A judge unsealed nearly 300 pages of documents in the divorce case between Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton and Texas Senator Angela Paxton. This comes after Angela Paxton filed for divorce in July on biblical grounds, alleging her husband committed adultery. Fox 4's Lori Brown joining us with what's in those documents. Lori.
Heather, likely to the dismay of Senate candidate Ken Paxton's political opponents, the documents do not shed light on the allegation of adultery or Paxton's financial dealings. Rather, the documents are all about whether or not to keep the case sealed or not.
It looks like, she filed for divorce, and then they've been arguing back and forth about whether the matter should be sealed.
Family law attorney Jennifer Hargrave, not associated with the Paxton case, has had her share of high-profile cases. She says in the joint decision by Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton and Texas Senator Angela Paxton to unseal their divorce case records likely means a settlement is on the horizon.
Those settlement conversations will be private and won't be public. So there may no longer be an overriding need for the records to be sealed.
Back in April, Ken Paxton announced his intent to challenge longtime incumbent Senator John Cornyn in the Republican primary. Then in July, Angela Paxton filed for divorce on what she called biblical grounds, stating in the filing that respondent has committed adultery. But unless the case goes to trial, that may be all the details voters get before the March primary.
The system is set up so that people who make allegations have to substantiate those allegations with proof. And so oftentimes that is happening in trial when you have a judge who is going to listen to all the evidence and make the decisions. Mediation arose as a way for people to keep matters private.
The case documents also reveal at least 4 judges recused themselves from the case, which likely means they have a personal or political connection to the Paxtons.
This is an unusual situation.
SMU political scientist Matthew Wilson says in the past it would take a scandal to draw a challenger for a primary. Now, in this case, it is the challenger, not the incumbent, facing questions of moral integrity.
But we're kind of in a brave new world politically now. We're seeing a lot more intra-party primary battles because within both parties, there's a struggle between a kind of more traditional, more establishment wing and a much more combative insurgent wing.
In one of the most recent filings released today, Angela Paxton sent a list of discovery questions to Ken Paxton. The list of questions and responses were not included with the release of documents today. Future filings in the case will now be public. Recent polling shows that Paxton is the frontrunner to earn the nomination for U.S. Senate for the Republican Party. Heather.